You know, I was in Zurich, and they have so much, you know, they're like, here's the bike, you want the bicycle, it's yours, just have it, it's nice. And they have the garbage with the 8 fucking holes of different shapes. It's like an IQ test for a monkey. I don't know what the fuck. This one hole has a picture of a cup, and the next one has a picture of a cup that's a little different. I'm standing there with a dead baby. I don't know where I'm supposed to... What am I supposed to do with that? It doesn't go in the newspaper slot, but otherwise I don't know. I like cities. I don't like little places. When I go to Europe, I go to the big cities. Everybody tells you, don't go to Madrid. You got just go to Madrid for like a day. And then you got to take a train. And you have to go to It's a beautiful little old village, and you're gonna love it. Fuck you, you don't know me. I'm not gonna love a village in Europe with a bell that goes pang, like whenever, and a dog walking alone. I don't like cute little places. I don't like little towns in America either, with little shops. Oh, look at that little shop. Let's go in that little shop. Now let's get a divorce. Isn't that a better idea? You go in there. I'll just walk away. Just tell the kids I was a pilot and I got shot down. I don't like little shops. I'm uncomfortable in a little shop. You go in and it's like, clill-a-ling-ling, clill-a-ling. Now it's just you and her. You're surrounded by her dream. And you can't just go, ugh, and leave. Like, she saw you. You have to go all the way in now and look at all the little crafts that she made. You made this? Really? You made this instead of killing yourself? I fucking wish I was that mean. I really do. All my fantasies are about being mean, just having the balls to like walk in a little store like that and just go like, oh, I don't like this at all. I don't like it in here. What's your name? Debbie? Fuck you, Debbie. I don't like your store. I was in Florida recently. I don't like Florida at all. That's a shit state full of shit people. That's what I think. I hate Florida. I hate it. I hate the whole thing. I hold the entire... It doesn't look like a dick. People say that. It looks like a shit coming out. If you look at it, it's like America's ass. And it's a shit that's just... that you're trying to... And there's a little... Cuba's like a little... that came first. That's what I think of Florida. Every time there's a hurricane, I'm like, yeah, get them. Get them all, Melissa. No. I don't mean any of that. It's just fun. It's fun to pretend. I was in a sushi restaurant in Florida, and it was empty. You ever go in a restaurant, and it's open, but you're literally the only person in there. You walk in, the staff is like sitting at the tables, you know? And you walk in, you're like, are you open? They're like, yeah. And so you go, oh, good. And they're like, oh, we gotta fire up the whole fucking restaurant for this one guy now? So I ordered a lot of sushi because I felt bad for wasting their time. And I didn't eat most of it because I don't like sushi. And so the waitress comes over, she's Japanese. And she says, you know Finnish? Which is what she said. I'm not... It's just what she said. I'm not going to change what she fucking said. I'm not going to lie to you and say that she said, you're not going to finish that, because it doesn't happen to be what she said. And I have to do the accent, because it's weird if I tell you that she said, you know finish? So I'm stuck. I'm just telling you what happened. She said, you know finish? Do you know finish? That's exactly what she said. It's a perfect replica. No, it was subtle. She said, you know finish? And I said, no, I know finish. Because I think that's polite. To repeat people's bad English to them. Otherwise, you're being a dick. It's like, you know finish? No, I am not going to finish. You left out a lot of words. I took the liberty of restoring them. I was in upstate New York, in a small town, and I was standing in front of a drugstore. And in the window of the drugstore, they had a wheelchair on display in the window. Is that really an impulse purchase? I should get a wheelchair. That would really help with my paralysis. Then I wouldn't have to drag myself everywhere I go, like I've been doing for 10 years since my legs were blown off at the marathon. Okay. Bunch of fucking hypocrites, apparently. Because, let me point some out to you. Let me point some out to you, motherfuckers. You were just, like, seconds ago, laughing at a man with no legs crawling on the ground. You're just... And then at the end, you're like, oh, but not those particular legless people. No. We thought you meant just some asshole with a childhood disease who deserves to be laughed at. Not one of those. Now, we're laughing at all legless people equally. However you lost your legs. Ha ha ha. You haven't legs. And we've legs. I have legs. I have 2 legs. 2 fucking legs. That's the maximum amount. I fucking love having 2 legs. I fucking love it. I wouldn't like having no legs. I really don't think I would like it. I think it would suck. I think it would suck shit out of the balls of Christ. It's an old Southern expression. It's not used like it used to be. I think 2 legs is better than none. That's what I think. That's just my opinion. It's not popular. You're not supposed to say that because you're supposed to always be very positive about disabled people. But I think that puts pressure on them to be positive. What if they don't want to be? Because the only story we want to hear is about the amazing disabled people. He's amazing. He lost his legs and then he won the leg-having contest. What about disabled people who aren't amazing? Who are just ordinary with a sweatshirt and some potato chips, and he's going, fuck, I wish I had legs. No, this is better. This is better with no legs. Why is it better? Because you can do anything now. I can do 4 things. Fuck off. I just don't know that our positive, non-disabled attitude really helps. Like retarded people. We're going to talk about retarded people for 20 minutes. That's what's going to happen. We're going to discuss retarded people for 20 minutes. It's not okay to never speak of them. No, we're going to talk about them. First of all, I want to talk about I hate the way people talk about their mothers. I was watching a football game one time, and this guy scored a bunch of shit, whatever, and they were excited. So they asked him about it afterwards. And the football player said, "My mom died last year, but I know she was watching my game from heaven tonight." And I wanted to be there to say, leave your mother alone. How dare you? She's dead. I mean, when are you done with your fucking kids? When are you finished with your fucking kids? Even after you're dead, you still have to go to their fucking games and shit? Leave your mother alone. She did her job. She raised you and it killed her. I mean, let her enjoy heaven. Don't you want your mother to enjoy heaven? Isn't that what you want your mom to be, just in heaven? Whee! This poor woman, the angels are like, "We're having an angel party. You want to come with us?" "I can't. I got to watch my son's games. He'll be very upset." Okay, good. He can't fucking hear me. Why am I doing this? I just think when people die, it means they did their jobs, and you should forget them. That's what I think. Because it's unfair what we put on dead people. Are you watching over me? Yes, I'm watching all of it. You know, like when you see an old couple and they've been married for like 60 years. You know that kind of story? Everybody always loves that. The kind of people that always get applause based on the math of their lives. How long have you been married? 60 years. Oh. Isn't that automatically wonderful? How do you know? You just know how long it's been.
For 60 years, every morning he tells me I'm a piece of shit.
Well, let's just say this is a happy couple, okay? They love each other. They've been married for 60 years. That's longer than most people really want to be alive, and they've been together that long. And now they're just an old couple, and they just walk together. You know when you see two people? And it's kind of lovely. They don't need anybody else. It's just the two of them. This is both of them. They just walk. They always walk somewhere nobody walks there. There's trash. Trucks go. He's wearing a suit that is not a color. She's wearing a dress that's like a triangle, like a kid drew it. It's just fucking a dress with fruit on it. Nobody cares. And they just walk every day.
It's cold.
Yeah, it's cold.
You want to go to the store and get a cracker?
Yeah, let's get a cracker at the store.
Yeah, buy a cracker.
Yeah, blah, 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 blah.
And then one day, usually he dies first. They're walking, and he goes, "Ah. Ah." And she says, "Richard! Ah. Ah. Richard! Ah." And he dies. So now it's just her. Just Rose. And she's alone. Now she just stands in their house. Once in a while, somebody goes to get Rose because there's a wedding. "Come on, Rose. Nadine's getting married." Nadine, it doesn't matter. Just fucking come on. Come on. Fuck, come on. Fuck. Just want to push her from... She lives 10 more years. 10 years after Richard dies. And then 10 years later, now she's laying in a bed. She's dying. Somebody's there with her on their phone. So Rose is dying, and she says, "Well, at least now I get to be with my Richard
forever. Where'd she get that idea? Where did that come from? I've looked it up. No religion teaches that when you die, you get to ruin heaven for your dead spouse. Why is that fair? Who gets... Richard's been dead for 10 years. He's been in heaven for 10 years. And somebody comes up to him, hey, your wife is coming. What? Excuse me, what did you just walk up and say to me just now? Yeah, Rose just died. She'll be here in about 20 minutes. They just gotta hose her down and tape the wings on. And then you're gonna be together forever. Wait a minute. Fuck. You said this was heaven. Why is this... I have a girlfriend here now. I don't want to fucking... She's the love of your life. That's marriage. Marriage is a big deal. Marriage is a big deal. I went to a wedding the other day. I went to a gay wedding. I've been to a lot of gay weddings, which is not true. It's not true at all, but I did go to one. But I don't go to weddings generally because I don't like them. I hate it. Don't invite me, really. I think it's rude to invite people to your wedding. I really do. Nobody's happy to get that shit. You make it all pretty, and they're like, oh, fuck! This is gonna suck! Here's a helpful list of places to stay. Oh, great. I get to live in a La Quinta in Reading, Pennsylvania for 3 days because you want to get married for a couple of years. Nobody wants to watch you start your shitty thing. Nobody wants to see it. Everybody's in a shitty thing. It's with somebody. You're either alone or you're in a shitty thing. That covers 100% of human beings. I know I can see there's young couples here and you're like, no, we're in a good one. It's really good. Yeah, fuck you. Who do you think you are? It just didn't get shitty yet. So arrogant. Yeah, I think we figured it out. No, yeah, you're the first ones. Of course it's gonna get shitty. That's part of it. It's like going to a horror movie, and in the first minute, you're like, I think they're all gonna be fine. No, they're all gonna die, and you're gonna hate the person you love right now. It's the way it works. Love plus time minus distance equals hate. That's just the way it goes. I'm not saying don't do it, you should do it. It's the best thing, it's the best part of life, love is, but don't be greedy and expect it to last. Don't be amazed that a butterfly died because you shot it in the face. Just fall in love, make a fucking mess. It goes shitty, you don't realize it till too late, and then you cry a lot and move on. It's the best part of life. It is. I've always loved love. I've always loved this. It's always been my favorite part of life is meeting somebody and going, oh, shit, that person. That's the best feeling. Now, why the fuck would that just, oh, yeah, for years, for our whole lives, just, oh, yeah. That's insane to expect that. It's a little thing you get to catch, and then it rots and dies. It's just the way it goes. It's like if you see a person in the park making bubbles with a big wand, you know, with soap, and sometimes they make a really big one and everybody goes, oh, hey, hey, ah, shit, okay. That's all. You don't stand over, liar! You don't get mad at the soap stain. It gets so shitty, man. It does. Ooh. All the little intricate parts. Like I was in an email fight recently. You ever been in an email fight? Some of you are in an email fight right now. You know, an email fight, not a text fight. A text fight is like, fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, bitch. Dick, bitch. You're an asshole, bitch. That's a text fight. An email fight is like, in June when I told you that I had this issue. I was very disappointed in the way you didn't listen. You know those emails you just work on it all night? Like it's the closing argument to a murder case. It's so important, your fucking email. You're pounding it out like Beethoven and you're pouring water in your head and going deaf and still working on it. And then you send it to somebody. Can you read this and tell me if it's fair what I wrote? Start at the bottom. And they write back, I made a few changes. Oh, thank you. That really captures my voice. And yet... And then you send it to somebody else, and they're like, I would take out eat shit fuckface because it clouds your better points. And you're like, nah, fuck you, I'm gonna keep it. And then finally you send it. And you're like, And then you feel really good, I finally said it. Finally. And you have this fantasy that they're at home reading it right now going, I'm wrong about all of the things. And at some point during the day, they haven't written back yet, and you know it's because you just bewitched them. And you decide, I'm going to read my email. I'm going to read the email that I wrote. Is there any more disgusting modern human behavior than reading your own already sent emails? Is there any more scratching your asshole and smelling your finger than that? I do it all the time. So that's what I did. I was in an email fight, and I looked in the sent folder where that's it. It's in stone. You can't change that anymore. And I realized I left something in there by mistake. I left something at the top of the email by mistake. It said, this is my latest draft. What do you think? So now the rest of it is just shit. It's shit now. Because she knows I have a writing staff and a focus group. There should be credits at the end of this fucking email. Approved by mother and sister.
A lot of changes in life now. You're getting a little more philosophical.
Yeah, like I've been more deliberate about my life. For instance, I'm not on the internet anymore. I quit the internet.
You quit the internet?
I quit it for now.
Yeah.
I mean, a year ago, I was like, I'm taking online courses. It's my obsession. And I went and gotten all these courses, and I watched a lecture, and that was it. But
I like how you don't even seem to care what the lecture was about.
Hey, also, I left a thing backstage I was going to show you. I just left it. I'm really stupid. So Can you get somebody to get it?
We have no one here that works for the show.
Yeah.
Frank, do you mind getting something
Go
from backstage?
get it. I'm sorry, that's really awkward.
Yeah.
But I wanted
Frank,
to show it to you.
couldn't walk slower.
There you go.
Frank Smiley, ladies and gentlemen.
That's Frank.
This was Frank.
That's right.
Frank's producing your segment. You were like, hey, go get that. And he was just like this. Oh, here he comes now. Thanks a lot. Okay. Frank Smiley, ladies and gentlemen. Frank Smiley.
He walked faster getting back to his
right.
Yeah,
spot.
exactly.
Frank, we shouldn't make fun of him. He's a good man.
Good man. We should end it there. We should just fade to black.
Yeah.
People would be so blown away by, that was the weirdest ending to a talk show I've ever seen.
8 minutes.
Frank's a good man. Fade to black.
So I decided I don't want to be on the internet anymore. I don't like the way it feels anymore, especially in my hand, the devices. I don't like this thing that I stare into this thing, and it makes me feel upset. And I look at things that I know are going to upset me. You know, I guess I just like the hit from going, oh.
Yeah.
You know, like I'll go on my computer and I'll like Google an image that I don't want to see. So then I see a whole wall of it.
Yeah.
You know, like big dicks with nails in them.
Sir, you're going to have to leave the library.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I decided I don't want to. And also,
So you just
I have,
quit the internet. What?
well, I have kids, 2 daughters, and I sometimes I'll be with my daughter and she's talking to me and we're talking, and then bling, my phone goes bling, so I'll just go down like this. And my kids are nice people, so they just wait. But I started to realize a few things. One thing I realized in life is that you can't just go by how a person reacts to you. You can't just go like, oh, it's all right with her.
Right.
Because she's my kid. But she dies inside every time I do this.
Right, because she thought she had a real connection
Yeah.
with you, and then something glings.
Yeah, I mean, that happens to you. Like, if you're talking to a person and then they just go like this, they just disappeared.
Yeah.
It's a horrible abandonment. And when it's your father, just like, is that right, honey? It's just horrible. But she sits it out. She's okay with it. And I'm like, she seems all right. And then I started to grow up and realize, no, I have to think beyond what the look on her face is that she's soldiering on with. I have to think about what I'm doing to this kid. And I just didn't like this feeling, so I started to put it away. I started to just say, I gave my daughter my phone, and I said, make a restriction code and lock me out of the internet. It's supposed to be the other way around.
Yes.
It's supposed to be a parental code to keep your kid off the internet. But I had my daughter give me a code. She has the code. I don't know it. And so I can't be on the internet on my phone, and I did it on all my devices. And it's been about a month I haven't Googled anything. I just go up and walk out to people and ask them questions and stuff, which is more fun, too.
Yeah, but while you're talking to them, they look away.
Yeah, which is fine.
You lose them.
That's right. But so anyway, I started reading books again, and I was on vacation with my daughter, and I read Pride and Prejudice, and we would just sit there and I would just
You read
read.
Pride and Prejudice?
Yeah, I never read that. I never read anything.
No, I've never read Pride and Prejudice.
It's good. It's really good. But,
wow.
I mean, they're crazy. You know, come on. Just tell them you like him. It's annoying.
Yeah.
But, you know, like 12 years.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It's like, I wonder, shall he approach me once again? Just tell him. Just go up, hey, you're cute, you know? But anyway, so I did this for a month, and then my daughter, this is why I asked Frank to go get. This is a note that my daughter wrote me. She's 10 years old, and right before I flew out here, she wrote me this note, which is messy, but she's 10. I'm not criticizing her. I'm just saying she's 10.
Yeah, but it could be neater.
It could be. It could be. Definitely.
Yeah.
She says, Dear Daddy, I love you very much. I mean, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
Also, I am really proud of you for cutting yourself off from the internet and reading an awesome book. I want you to know that what you did means a lot to me, and I really enjoy seeing your pleasure in not constantly being on devices. Also, thanks for the trip to Mexico. I really needed that. So, I just...
That's a great reward that you got.
Yeah, I think people should know that it has an impact on your kids if you stop looking at the stupid internet.
Right.
All right, sorry.
But if you're... No! I thought that was a nice message. You had a nice message. What's wrong with that?
That's right.
I was watching YouTube today. I was watching one of the ads that comes on before the video. I don't skip those. I think that's rude. It is. It's mean. Somebody worked hard on that ad. They trained a cheetah to run alongside a Jeep Cherokee. And you're at home like 3, 2, 1, fuck off. It's fucking mean. What if you made something, dick? Anyway, the ad was a PSA. It was an anti-smoking message. It was a Puerto Rican man with a hole in his throat. He was like,
My father smoked. And my mother smoked. I wish I never smoked in my life. Please don't smoke cigarettes. Cigarettes are very, very bad for you.
first thought I had was, why does he still have an accent? It's coming out. Feels like if you bypass the mouth, you shouldn't have an accent anymore.
Does the machine have a setting for Puerto Rican? Is that just how air sounds coming out of this guy? Does he fart with an accent?
Señor, I'm farting.
Anyway, after the ad, I watched the video that I was looking for, which was a scene from a movie. And it's a scene that I really hate. Every time I see it, it makes me angry, which is why I was looking for it on YouTube. And it's a movie I like. I actually like the movie. It's called Good Will Hunting. Remember Good Will Hunting? Of course, right? Matt Damon. Great performance. He plays a very complicated young man wearing a tight t-shirt for a whole movie. And here's the thing. Here's my issue with Good Will Hunting. Matt Damon also wrote the movie, okay? So he basically sat down and he's like, first of all, I am amazing. I'm a construction worker. I'm like working class. And I drink beer and I get in fights. I get in so many fights. My friends are like, you're out of control, man. And I'm like, shut up. This is the way I am. But then also, I'm a genius. Ooh. I didn't even go to school. I just know things. I don't know why. I just know them. And all the nerdy geniuses that studied for years are like, he's so much smarter than us. It's making us upset. It's insane. It's fucking insane. It only makes sense if he wrote it for himself to be the guy. So the scene I was looking for, it's the worst example of that in the movie. Here's what happens. He goes to a bar and he meets a woman and he likes her. And another guy likes her too, but she picks Matt Damon. Because he wrote the fucking movie, because he decided, you understand? She doesn't like him, she likes me, you better believe it. So he gets her phone number, and then he goes outside, and he sees the other guy in the window of a restaurant, and he decides to taunt him. So he goes over, he tells his friends, hey, come here, watch this. And he says to the guy, hey, do you like apples? And the guy says, yes. And Matt Damon goes, well, I got a number. How do you like them apples? And all Matt Damon's friends go, oh! Oh! This was amazing! Oh! Oh my God! Oh my God! You were ready with that! How? You know how he did it? He wrote the whole fucking movie, okay? He made everybody say all the things. Otherwise, this doesn't happen. I mean, he hinges the whole fucking prank on the guy liking apples. The guy must like apples. Who would say yes to do you like apples coming from a clear antagonist? Who's setting him up, gathered his friends. Do you like, wait guys, watch this. Do you like apples? God damn it, I do. I wish I didn't. 'Cause I can tell this is not gonna go my way. But I can't lie. He'll know it. He'll know it because boy, do I like apples. Do you understand? If he says no, Matt Damon is fucked. He's fucked in the face for life. He's got nothing. Do you like apples? No. What the dude? Fucking guy. No, come on, seriously. Seriously, you fucking don't fucking. Do you like bananas?
Because the woman gave me her telephone number, and isn't that bananas?
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hey, how you guys doing? All right? Yeah. All right. Thank you. Thanks for coming. All right. You're wasting fucking time. You're gonna get 2 less jokes if you don't shut the fuck up. I'm very glad you're here. I'm really grateful. I know that it's not easy being my fan these days. I know that all of you have one person who doesn't know you're here. There's one person. Hey, what are you doing tonight? Just a comedy show. I don't know. So, you know, sorry for all the trouble I caused you. But let's we'll do a show. I love doing comedy. I've been doing it 38 years now. And a lot of people ask me if it takes confidence. Nobody asked me, I just wanted to talk about it. But it does. It takes a certain kind of confidence to do this. This doesn't mean that I'm a confident person generally. You know, there's different kinds of confidence. Like there's personal confidence. Personal confidence is like a man wearing white pants. That takes tremendous personal confidence and optimism, really. To go out in white pants like, it's going to be a great day. It's going to be no puddles or pizza. I could never wear white pants because I'll get my period, first of all. I know that. Or diarrhea, more likely. That's really my period. Diarrhea. About once a month, I'm like, ah, fuck, here we go. Better just get home. Don't make any big decisions today. It's true. You shouldn't, like, negotiate when you have diarrhea. If I have diarrhea and you get between me and the toilet, I'll sell you my house for 10 cents. Anyway, that's personal confidence. Another kind of confidence is moral confidence. Moral confidence. That's like knowing that you wouldn't have had slaves, like back when it was okay. That's moral confidence, is being able to say, I wouldn't have done it. Even if I lived in 17 whatever in Virginia and somebody was like, you want a slave? I would have been like, no, I'm all set. And I feel confident I can say that. But I think it's easy to say that now, because you can't get no slaves. You can't get one. You can't get one. You don't have slaves, but that's not because you're better than back then people. It's because they're not available. There's not, you don't have to decide that. It's not like you're bringing groceries to the car like, fuck, it would be really good if I had a slave, but I won't do it. No, it's not like they have slaves at Home Depot. I mean, they kind of do. I mean, there are certain, you know, like you can get a Russian woman to do whatever you want because her family's hostage. Or you can adopt a kid from Bangladesh who's like 12. He'll move into your house and do your laundry and suck your dick, whatever you want. But even he gets to leave when he's 18. Although who wants them when they're that old? I'm just saying, excuse me. I'm just saying, anyway, that's moral confidence. The kind of confidence I have
is very specific. It's that I know how to make jokes about terrible things. I know how to do that, and I know how to do that. So that's my core competency. And there's certain people that think there are things that you shouldn't make jokes about, like Auschwitz. You shouldn't make jokes about Auschwitz, some people think, because it was terrible. Many people died. Their children were killed in Auschwitz. Children that could have grown up and moved to Brooklyn and hated black people, and they didn't get to do that. Exactly. It's terrible. It's terrible. So some people think you shouldn't joke about Auschwitz. I have a friend, a comedian from England, who made a joke about Auschwitz last year. He got in a lot of trouble. It was a big deal. It was in the newspapers. He lost jobs. And at one point, Auschwitz tweeted about it. It said Auschwitz with a blue check. So it was like, oh, cool, it's really them, you know? And they tweeted like, that's not funny. And I don't know. I mean, who's running the social accounts? Why is the death camp tweeting? Who is it?
I got a summer job at Auschwitz. I run the Twitter.
What's... Because people have different reactions to terrible things, you know? Some people think comedy helps. I don't think it helps. It doesn't help. It's like, I remember one time, there was people, you remember during the Iraq War, I don't remember which one, but it was one of the Iraq Wars. And somebody was organizing through the USO some comedians to go to Walter Reed Medical Center and visit wounded soldiers in their hospital rooms, which is a terrible, it sounds nice, but it's a terrible idea. They don't need a comedian like, hey, where you from? Fuck you. You know, it's not helpful. And I wasn't even anybody. I wasn't famous, but I did. I was like, I'm volunteering. I fucking hate that me so much, you know? But I did it. And I remember we're at the hospital. It's a very serious place. It's an army hospital. And the army doctor is giving us a briefing about the soldier that I'm about to go in and see. He says, this kid's name is Travis. He's from Iowa. He's 20. He was in Baghdad on patrol and somebody threw an IUD. And I mean IED, sorry. It wasn't an IUD. It's not an effective weapon, really. No. It's funnier than the actual joke, unfortunately. But I'll go on. It was an IUD. IED. Fuck. It's an improvised exploding device. You know, it's like a bag of ammonia with Canadian pennies in it. And they strap it to a Nokia flip phone and, you know. That's what happened at Travis. So the doctor says he's been in surgery for 20 hours. He's about to come out of it. You're the first face he's going to see. He's like, can we get his mom to open for me, maybe? This is a bad idea. So I asked the doctor, I said, hey, what do I fucking say to this kid? He says, here's what you don't say. He said, don't say, how you doing? And they tell you that. If you visit a trauma patient, don't say, how you doing? It's stupid. So, okay, I go in there. Travis is laying there. I'm like over his bed. It's obscene. I can't say, how you doing? So I said the only worst thing. I said, what are you going to do now? Anyway, that's what happened with Travis. But, you know, people's reaction to terrible things is different depending on, like, some people, you know, try to, like, I saw a store and on the door it said no hate allowed in here. Get the fuck out, hate, you piece of shit. If you come in here, hate will fucking take you in the back and beat the fuck out of you. It's a weird idea. No hate allowed in this store. I hate my dad. Am I supposed to stay out here and deal with it before I come in to buy it? I saw a store with a sign once and it said 92% of our products are responsibly sourced. 90, just don't put anything. That's not high enough to brag. 92%. That means 8% of their clothes are like, you don't even want to know how we made this shit. It was a bloodbath. When we made that shirt, we just ripped the back off the Honduran kid that was working there.
Jesus. And after I came, I thought, well, I feel sorry for Jesus. That's how I feel. I don't know how much you know about Jesus, but I feel fucking bad for Jesus, man. I do. He had a hard life. I mean, the last day was particularly difficult, but if you look at pictures of him, he had to wear that thong, that fucking just dish rag yanked up his balls. Just, carrying his cross like, fuck, just a rash. Some people say you should live like Jesus. Who can live? He was insane. You can't live like that. He had a weird life. I'm reading about Jesus. I have this book about Jesus. I'm going to share it with you. Okay. This is a book about Jesus. Actually, only this much is about Jesus. Only that, just that part. The rest of it is just the Jews going like, and then we walked for 50 years in the desert, and we only had a little bit of oil. It was difficult. It's fucking verbose. The Jew, look at that, just Jews. It just goes on and on.
And then Jacob bought a goat, and Abraham lived to be 800.
Yeah, I bet he fucking did, too. The Jews in the early chapters are all like 800 years old. And then God was like, I can't with these fucking Jews for 800 years. Heart disease starts today. So that's them, and that's Jesus. Oh, this little part is Jesus. And the weird part is it's not all, like, it's all the same story over and over again. They tell the same story about Jesus' life over and over. First Matthew tells it, and then Mark is like, dude, that's not what, you're fucking drunk. Here's what happened. I'll tell you what happened. Hey, Paul, you weren't even here. Shut the fuck up. And I started reading it because I never read it. I was raised Catholic, but they don't encourage you to read in the church. They don't. They don't want you to read this. You know, Jews read this shit in Hebrew. And Baptists sit down and they read together. But the Catholics, they want you to come in the building. They want you to come in and they tell you. And you're like, can I read it? And they're like, no, I'll tell you what happened. You know, sorry, put the book down. But it's interesting because when you read the stories, you know, you think of them as lofty, kind of like, but some of them are just basic life in the Jesus life. Okay, here's one. This is when he turned water into wine. This is his first miracle. This is John chapter 2, okay? Okay, and on the third day, there was a wedding in Cana of Galilee. And the mother of Jesus was there.
And both Jesus was called and his disciples to the wedding. And when they wanted wine, the mother of Jesus saith unto him, They have no wine here. And Jesus saith unto her, Woman, what have I to do with thee?
Just life. Mary was a fucking alcoholic. He took her to a wedding. There's no fucking wine, Jesus. What am I supposed to do here without wine? And he's like, Mom! Don't! Anyway, you know the rest of the story is that Jesus, he's at the wedding, they had no wine. So Jesus went to the guy running the wedding and he was like, look in the water barrel. Like that, like a close-up magician. Why don't you take a look? Maybe it's not the Red Queen. Go ahead, flip that card over. What do you think? Told him to look in the water barrel, and he looked, and it was wine. He had turned all their water into wine. Everybody rejoiced. Except the guy running the wedding was probably like, we did need some water. It's actually a bigger problem. I have a feeling a lot of his miracles were met with mixed. Like, oh, thanks. That's great, Jesus. Fuck. Like Lazarus. Lazarus had been dead for 4 days. And Jesus comes to town and he says, Lazarus, rise. And Lazarus comes out of the tomb like, and Lazarus' wife is like, are you fucking kidding me right now? But so here's a story though I want to read to you. This story, I've never seen it in a Jesus movie. This story is not in any movies about Jesus. And it's not, I never, until I sat and read this, I never heard this story. Because it's weird. This is the story of Jesus cursing a fig tree. Does anybody by applause know of this story? Okay, that's just enough to make it clear. This is true. I mean, nothing's true in here. But I'm just kidding. I don't fucking know. What do I know? I wasn't there. I'm just trying to make it clear that I didn't make it up. They did. But anyway, all right, I don't know. Okay, here's the story. This is Mark chapter 11. It's when Mark went broke. Okay. And Jesus entered into Jerusalem, and when he had looked around about and seen all things, and the eventide was come, he went out unto Bethany with the 12. See, Bethany was like a suburb of Jerusalem. So he went in Jerusalem. You know, you see all the shit downtown, but you don't stay downtown. You go to the Marriott by the airport. You know? That's what Bethany was. Okay? And on the morrow, when they come from Bethany, Jesus was hungry. And seeing a fig tree afar off, having leaves, he came to it, if haply he might find anything thereon. But when he came to the tree, he found nothing but leaves, for the time of figs was not yet. And Jesus answered and saith unto the tree, No man shall eat fruit of thee hereafter and forever. And the disciples heard it. And in the morning when they passed by, they saw the fig tree dried up from the roots and dead. And Peter, calling to remembrance, saith unto him, Master, behold, the fig tree which thou dost cursest has withered away and died. And Jesus answered and saith unto them, Have faith in God. What the fuck kind of a Jesus story is that?
Hey, Jesus, you killed a tree. That's right, motherfucker. What's the fucking point to this story? What is the moral? That Jesus just killed a tree. He was hungry. He was fucking cranky. He was like, there's no figs. Fuck you, tree. You're fucking dead, you piece of shit. I wanted a fig. You're fucking dead. Watch this. And the tree's like, but the time of figs is not yet. It's just not yet. I need another week. You want fruit out of season? Go to Whole Foods, you fucking Jew. I didn't do anything. I mean, you can't act like that, man. You can't act like that. You walk around acting like that, folks will nail you to a cross. That's what they'll do. They will. You gotta fucking cool it, Jesus. He got a little, you know. That's really what happened. Got a little shitty. A little big, you know. He went to Jerusalem. It's a big town for a boy from Galilee. And he didn't just walk into Jerusalem. He walked in and his friends were like, King of the Jews, y'all! King of the motherfucking Jews! The Jews didn't like that. The Jews were like, not my president, whatever, you know. So they nailed him to a cross. This is what they did. And this, the weirdest thing to me about Catholicism and all Christianity is this image. This image is the image of the biggest, most powerful religion, the cleanest religion. And it's a fucking dead guy with nails, just blood. And it's in every polite room in the world. Every nice, quiet place is a fucking Jesus. And the president and his wife, and they wear pearls, and then we always go to look at the fucking, it's just weird. Because it promotes nicely ideas like honor thy mother and thy father. Because they, it's just macabre. But I love it. I love the image. I love it. I was raised Catholic my whole life. I love this image. I stare at it. Every time I go by a church, if it's open, I go in because I want to see their Jesus. They all have a different Jesus. They're a little different. Some of them he's really suffering. And some of them he's just like, oh, well. I really got myself in a noodle this time, boy. Sometimes it's just a cross, like, oh fuck, where'd he go? Jesus got away. But they're all different. I was in a Korean church, and I saw a Korean Jesus. They had a Korean Jesus with the... Don't get mad. How else would I know? It was just, what, Korean Jesus? Ooh, whatever. Whatever. Jesus looks different everywhere. Mostly Jesus has blonde hair and blue eyes, which we know he didn't have, but that's who won everything, so they get to draw him. The truth is Jesus was black, but you don't see that often, black Jesus.
Hey, man, get me the fuck down from here.
Whatever, all right. But everybody wants Jesus to look like them, so they draw him to look like them. That's why I don't like that he's always skinny. Jesus is always rail thin, just fucking, I've been doing Pilates for months getting ready for this. It's not fair. You never see a fat Jesus. I never one time saw like just a fat Jesus. With like 10 nails in each hand. He might have been fat. We don't know. I'll tell you what Jesus was not, is Korean. There's no Koreans in Jerusalem in the year 1.
get married, you have a relationship that's so important to you and you're working on it together, but then you have a kid and you look at your kid and you go, holy shit, this is my child. She has my DNA. She has my name. I would die for her. And you look at your spouse and you go, who the fuck are you? You're a stranger. Why do I take shit from you? But it's the kids that make it very hard. We have two. We have a baby, and I don't really know the baby, to tell you the truth, because she hasn't said anything, so I don't really know her. I like her, she's fine, but I don't know her. How do I know what she's really like? Maybe she fucking hates Jews. I don't know nothing about her. People ask about her all the time. They're like, hey, what's your baby like? She's a fucking baby. What do you want to... You ever seen a baby? That's exactly what my baby's like. But what's going on with your baby? Jesus. She got fired from Target, and she's getting an abortion. It's been a tough year, but otherwise, you know. It's not a very complicated relationship with a baby. It's just somebody I have to make not die. That's really what the whole thing is. And I'm better at it sometimes than others. One time I took my daughter to the grocery store and I had to put her in the stroller. She won't go in the fucking cart. She's the only baby in the world that won't go in the shopping cart and sit there. You try to put her there and her legs curl up and she goes, ah! And fucking psycho. So I got to put her in a stroller and I got a cart and I'm pushing them both through the fucking supermarket. And then so I'm done shopping and then I go out to the parking lot and I open the car. First I start the car before I put them in there because I want it to get nice and cool because I love her, so I have to make it nice and comfortable. I do. I love my children. I love my wife. I wish I didn't. How awesome would that be to wake up one morning, fuck, I don't feel nothing for these assholes, and just walk out the door. But so far, no such luck. So I start the AC, then I put the groceries in, then I go to get my daughter out of the stroller. I got down there and I realized that the exhaust pipe is right in her fucking face. It's just fucking... I'm like, fuck! I almost killed my kid in the dumbest fucking way ever! If she died like that, I couldn't tell her mom. I couldn't fucking go home with that story. Well, I put her in the fucking, I don't know, I didn't realize. Fuck you. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to throw her into traffic. Help! That would be better. To actually tell her that I threw her into traffic. The other kid we have is, she's a girl and she's 4, and she's also a fucking asshole. It's true, man. I'm serious. I say that with no remorse. Fucking asshole. She's a douchebag. She is. Fucking jerk. The other day, I'm like, put your shoes on. We're trying to leave. Put your shoes on, please. Put your shoes on. Put your shoes on. How many times can you say that to somebody before you just want to kick them right in the fucking face? Seriously, if you're with a group of people that are trying to go somewhere and you can't go because a member of your party just refuses to put their shoes on, that person is a fucking asshole, okay? You don't do that to people. Imagine being with a group, hey, we can't go. Why? Because fucking Bill won't put his shoes on. He just won't put them on. Fuck, Bill, what's your problem? I don't want to put them on. Fuck you. Fucking kids suck. Seriously. The other day, I walk in the kitchen. She's talking to my wife. She says, Mama, I saw a doggy today. And I was like, really? Where did you see a doggy? And she's like, I'm telling Mama, not you. I'm like, hey, fuck you. I'm just asking to be nice anyway. What, you think I actually give a shit about the dog you saw? Like that was going to be an awesome story that you saw a fucking dog. Who gives a shit? I got better stories than you. I have an interesting life. I'm on fucking television. I won an Emmy. You don't ask me what fucking happened to me today, you little bitch. No. I didn't say that to her, obviously. But that's the thing. Nobody ever calls her on her bullshit. That's how she got to be an asshole in the first place. Nobody just goes, fuck you. You don't know. I'd love to, for one day, just fucking be totally on. Oh, you drew a dog? Let me see. That's shitting me. That's a scribble. That's nothing. That's not even anything. Show me a dog that looks like that. I'll give you $1,000. Seriously. God, fucking. Oh, the other day I was just dreaming about just fucking kicking her. Like kicking her out a window, you know, just fucking. I would never fucking hurt her, but I do, you know? One time my daughter had a black eye because she walked into a door because she's stupid. And she had a little black eye, and I took her to ice cream. We went to an ice cream place, and everybody in the ice cream place is like, give me a dirty look. And I realized they think I hit her, and she has a black eye now. That's why I'm taking her to ice cream. That's what they think. And I was so insulted. I want to say, hey, fuck all of you, okay? She's this big. You think if I hit her, she'd have a black eye? She'd be fucking decimated. There'd be nothing there. Look at this shit. I would ruin her head with one punch, easily. She has no defensive skills. She fucking sucks. She'd be like just smiling at me and there'd be just fucking... just a dent there like a fucking bomb went off. I don't know. I love my daughter, but people really don't get what it's like with a kid full time. When, you know, we parents make you love our kids because we dress them up and take them out. Look at it, and everybody goes, "Oh, nice." But you don't know what she's like when she comes home. The dress comes off. She fucking rubs her ass in mud. She's fucking gross. She won't fucking take a bath. Like you can. Once you have a baby, you can't force the kid. Fuck her. Let her sleep in her clothes. I'm not dealing with it tonight. Her hair gets clumpy. She stinks. Sometimes it's like fucking just fucking rancid, stinky fucking kid. She fucking in front of people. She like scratches her asshole in front of people, like fucking deep asshole scratching in the fucking panties, and then she smells her finger. That's the kind of person I'm talking about. She's disgusting. The other day I come home and she's just laying on the carpet with just spread eagle naked, and she's just stretching her vagina open going, just fucking holding it open. I'm like, fuck, shit, okay. Wow. That's, wow. Don't react. I can't go, I can't do that, that'll fuck her up. Let's go. Hello. Hi, how are you? Hi, how's school? Okay. I don't know what the fuck to do about it either, because she does it all the time, and I don't want to stop her, because you know what? She's happy. That's the happiest I've ever seen any person in my entire life. That's a fucking human being at their happiest, just, that's what we all wish we could do. We should all be doing that, but we gotta fucking stop it, though, because she'll be fucking homeless if she doesn't cut this shit. So, yeah, it's fucking... My wife took the kids out the other day. When she just... It's, the most amazing thing is when you get to be alone in your house. As a dad, you never get to be alone, or as a mom. But when the other parent takes the kids out and you're alone, that's fucking awesome. And I think I'm getting older because the way I use that time has totally changed. I used to have, Jerkfest 2006. Are you shitting me? Jerking off in my own house, alone in my own bed, taking my time, go through my wife's shit for pictures of her friends I want to fuck, everything. It was awesome. But I'm older now, so I don't do that. I don't care about that. Now, when everybody leaves, you know what I do? I just shit for hours. I take a big, long, beautifully private shit with nobody fucking with me. That's my dream in life, is to take a shit without people fucking with me. Because when you have kids, first of all, the other parent starts banging the window on the door. Get out of there! Help me! Or my 4-year-old walks in while I'm shitting. She just fucking walks in the room and does a little dance. I'm like, get out of here. My asshole is this big. I'm pushing a shit out right now. I don't want to see a cute face at this moment. That's traumatizing. And so when they leave, even if I don't have to, I just shit for a fucking hour. My ass dries out. I don't care. I stay there because I love shitting. That's how old I am. I love to shit. It's my favorite thing. I don't know why they call it number 2. I think it's easily the best one. It's in my book. It's number 1. But no, it's hard. Having kids and being married, it's difficult. And, whatever. But one thing it's made me is it's impossible for me to have any sympathy for single people. I just don't give a shit about single people. I don't dislike single people, but I don't get... Whenever single people complain about anything, I really want them to just shut the fuck up. Because... First of all, if you're single, your life has no consequence on the earth. Even if you're helping people aggressively, which you're fucking not, nobody gives a shit what happens to you. You can die and it actually doesn't matter. It doesn't. Your mother will cry, whatever, but otherwise nobody gives a shit. I can't die. I got 2 kids and my wife doesn't fucking work, so I don't get to die. I can't die. I love her, but she's a painter. Great. Paint $1, take some pressure off, please. But single people, when you they complain like we don't complain. When you ask a parent, hey, how's the family? We go, great. That's all we ever say. It's never fucking great. But we say great because we're not going to tell you, well, my wife assassinated my sexual identity and my children are eating my dreams. We don't fucking bother you with that. We just say great. But if you ask a single person, how's it going? They're like, well, my apartment doesn't get enough southern light, and the carpeting is getting a little moldy. You know what you should do?
But anyway, now I live in a nice building, and I'm not used to it because it's nice. There's like a pretty courtyard with flowers and a fountain with little marble boys pissing. I don't know. What is it with fountains? Like, all fountain sculptors are pedophiles, basically. You can't get a fountain made without... Can you make me a fountain? Yes, I'll get started right away. Oh, yes! Yes! It's finished! And it's just little boys pissing on the face of a Greek god that looks like him a lot. Piss on me forever! Anyway, there's one of those in the courtyard of my building. And my first week in the building about a year ago, I went down to the courtyard for the first time. And I didn't look too good, It was a Sunday morning. That's my least presentable hour. There's a lot of, just stains, just like, food and me and whatever. And so I'm sitting there. So, shut up. Oh. Anyway, so there I was. I'm sitting on the stone bench of this courtyard and feeling a little out of place. There's these fancy doormen and stuff. And then there's this guy looking at me. I notice he's looking at me from across the courtyard. And he's all spiffy looking. He's got brown shoes and he's looking at me like, I could tell he was thinking I don't live in the building. He thinks I just wandered in off the street and sat in the courtyard. I could tell he's thinking of coming over and dealing with me on his own. And I'm sitting there thinking like, oh, please do that. Yes, please, come on. And I'm trying to look even more gross. And I'm like pulling up my shirt. And then I see him go, oh, no, that's not going to do at all. And he comes over to me. And I'm like, I'm so excited to have this thing. The confrontation where I'm not wrong at all. And he thinks I am. So he comes over, says, excuse me, do you live in this building? And I said, no. Because why not start there? I said, no. He goes, well, then what are you doing here? And I said, I just need to rest. I'm having a hard time. He says, this is private property. And I said, well, I don't really believe in that. Just the worst things I could say from his point of view is basically all the things I was saying. And he goes, well, if you don't leave, I'm going to talk to the doorman. I was like, can I just stay like 5 more hours? So he's, no. And he goes over to the doorman. And I see him talking about me to the doorman like this. And then I see the doorman going, oh, no, that guy lives here. That's okay. And the look on his face, it was just so,
this beautiful cocktail of anger and confusion. It's like I had invented a new way to hurt somebody's feelings. That's how excited I was. He was so angry, he came back. He came back to me. He said, "Why didn't you tell me that you live here?" And I said, "Because I don't have to tell you anything ever." Right? There are no words that I must say to you. Also, I didn't want to ruin your thing. That's your favorite thing you were doing. You love that! Making people not be places. Also, I make more than you. I just don't give a shit about myself.